Well, hello there. Ah, wait. Allow me to adjust my mic momentarily. And there we go. I do believe all of our preparations are complete. Salutations, class, and welcome back. Tonight was a first in a long time. I don't believe it has been. It's probably been maybe 6 weeks or so since our last Guilty Gear stream that was not tournament related. So, we're going to get into the official final attempt at getting Mixbox practice on stream using Goldlewis, which it's going to be very difficult in implementing those BTs, but we all have to start somewhere in order to get some training done, don't we? So, first things first, before we head into the ladder, at least warm up the muscle memory a little bit by heading into training mode. Welcome, Error. A good evening to you. Oh, whoops. One extra. There we go. So, first things first, just to make sure that we know what we're doing with the button check on the Mixbox, do a couple of our bread and butters, and see if we can do a couple of extra tricks that need to be practiced. In order to get better at a fighting game, it is recommended that you do a little bit of labbing a day. 10-30 minutes should suffice. Alright, first things first, standard punish. And why are you being slow? I'm skipping a couple frames. There we go. Seems it just needed a moment to warm up. And there we go. Okay, there. We have the perfect safe jump setup. We're going to try to do that every time we get a knockdown, and one thing I have noticed that I really need to practice is getting the proper timing on that safe jump. So, that's just something we'll have to do in between matches. And we'll be messing with the training settings accordingly. Low mix-up. Simple enough. And we will not be practicing the Twitter combo as it doesn't happen quite as often as we'd like. But the standard wall conversion we should be able to do. Excellent combo. Welcome, Papili. I have loved it so far, although I'm definitely still having to get over the using a new device sort of training. I don't have nearly the muscle memory that I've had before, but the BTs are surprisingly clean. If you look at my inputs, I'm not getting diagonals whatsoever because of the buttons that I'm hitting. I've also figured out how to do this. Haha, missed it. Hold on. I mean, getting one rotation is easy. Luckily, this will do a lot of work to discourage me from supering in neutral, where it's a bit of a problem. I tend to get my reversals caught on wake-ups, so I'm just going to stop doing them. And that's still going to require some work, but you can see I can kind of input circle. There we go. There's a few smooth ones. With a bit of practice, I'll be able to do that reliably, but what I've learned from a lot of the Goldlewis players I watch, you never really have much of a reason to be doing the full level 3. Even on a wall break, as much as you like the damage, what usually works better as a follow-up after the reset... hold on. this is what you're supposed to do after a wall break. The blue RC usually helps you follow up on your opponent, as Goldlewis can't really get himself close enough. Hold on. Goldlewis doesn't get himself close enough with his slow move speed to be able to take advantage of the hard knockdown. Seems we are still having a couple of frame stutters. I might reduce the video resolution sometime here soon. Can't even get close enough for a close slash, so... Going for a super, you really only want for KO damage, so we'll be slowly phasing that out of our moveset, and given that we have a new and different control scheme, should be a lot easier to get it out of the way. I'm also usually landing a lot of 6Hs or 5Hs, because I haven't yet perfected all my BTs, but here, allow me to show you the reason why I picked up a Mixbox. That is unbuffered. And I might need a little bit more practice. It's a little harder in the other direction, but still possible. And eventually I'll be able to get that reliably every time. So, review our punishes again. And once I start officially warming up, it should be a lot easier. Good safe jump. Ah, Sam. I see you've brought some new students here. At least I do believe that is your doing, Sam. How's everyone doing tonight? We actually just began, and so now you get to finally get me, or see me, wander into the ladder here. And hello to you too, Sam. And everyone who was formerly in your stream. Fuyu, Sharkatron, Silent Psycho, welcome. We'll be doing a little bit of Guilty Gear Strive, which will be the first time I'm using my Mixbox on stream. I've done a couple of matches before, but we're gonna have probably a lot more pressure between the stream and being on the ladder here. So, until we find ourselves a match, let's do a little bit of our usual practice. As a formal introduction, my name is Professor Turing, Xander if you will. I am friends with Dr. Sam here, very good lad, and similar to him, I am another scientist fellow in the FGC. MVP Potemkin. And howdy to you too as well, for you. I'm going to assume a few of you might have some experience with fighting games. Alright, first match. And lucky for us, it's a winning one.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
It seems I'm having a couple of frame stutters, so I will have to reduce the resolution momentarily. Good 6H. Okay. Alright, set up. I'm doing quite well, Sharkatron, but we have to do a little bit of warm-up. Especially considering I'm gold bursting in neutral, which I really should not be doing. Ah, so close. Ooh, got him. Always. Haven't found anyone that strikes that charm I need. And here we go. I'm not going to fall for that one too easily.
All right. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Ah, so close. Thought we could have got him on the jump in. Oh, here we go. Ah, missed my super. Well, looks like we're still doing this.
Mr. President.
Alright, Xander, sit up. Gotta get ourselves back in the groove. Or you could say get our asses in gear. Ooh, got him. Don't think I'm not watching for it. Drone goes out and knocked down. Wait for it. Ah, it's just a moment earlier. Here we are, and wall break. Okay, back in neutral. Ah, so close. We probably could have hit that one with a 6p.
Duel 2.
Oh, you idiot. Blue RC. Drone. And don't jump. We'll just chip him to death.
Duel 3.
Of course he 2Ps. That is a frame trap, don't backdash me. Easiest burst bait of my life.
Yes, hello.
It's a winning matchup. That's just how it goes. Well, doing surprisingly well for the first time we're doing a fight on stream. Ooh, nice 6p. I am plus, don't try to get out of that. Get through his armor with a minigun. I think that one's worth bursting. Get ourselves back in. Nope, I'm plus. And I'm plus. Stop mashing buttons.
Duel 2.
Oh, well, still not fast enough to punish him afterwards. When you try to FD and end up getting 2 buttons, or end up hitting a punch button, it looks like. Still requiring a bit of time. Don't jump from me. He's gonna reversal super. This actually goes through that super, funny enough. Interesting bit of matchup knowledge there. Cali Burst, let's just do it. Well, we'll still get robbed.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
They always backdash. I'll just simply have to start doing a 4-2-6 as I get closer, I suppose. And looks like we've lost this one. Indeed. Loosen up. Posture check. We have to get back into groove. If anyone in the audience is looking for some friendlies, I am open. Right now, I'm trying to get myself to learn the pressure of being on ladder. After all, there are a lot of Guilty Gear tournaments I'm looking forward to, and hopefully I can make myself a lot better at them. My biggest issue is I have a tendency to succumb to tourney panic. Ah, does that one even combo? That one might not work on him. Very well. Allow us to resume. Now, Kai historically has been quite a bit of an issue for me. Mostly because I never tech throws, so his whole throw mix-ups tend to get me when I'm not looking for them. Time to backdash a lot more irresponsibly.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
Now, most Kais will 2S, so we'll start out with a 5k. Well, this guy's got cojones. Hard knockdown. Ah, well, there we go again. Seems he already knows what to look for.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Drone goes out. 6p, BT. Got him. You're kidding me. And thank you, Goldlewis's wide hitbox.
That was a fine bout.
Just can't get comfortable. Trying to make sure I'm in perfect form for fighting. Ooh, nice one. I knew that the stun dipper was coming. Noted. I cannot trade without using 268. So that would have been a 5k situation, I suppose.
An opening.
I'm waiting for it. Or, you know, the frames could stutter and I could end up not blocking that last hit. I think we'll reduce the resolution after this. It seems my computer's been having a lot of trouble with streaming last few days.
Looks like I win this time.
We were having some loading issues with Dead Cells yesterday. I don't know what's been happening. Okay, so that still beats 5k. Interesting. That's supposed to be the low crushing attack that he has. Guess we'll start jumping. Or, you know, we could just block low.
Pardon me?
I fight my friend who plays Leo too often, so I'm used to being able to punish a burst with a full screen drone setup. I simply must play more online. That's really the case.
Challenge me again whenever you like.
Alright, first let's mess with our resolution settings, because both of our previous matches have had 5 rollback frames, which is very unusual for us. That last guy had Korean text in his description, so he might have been fighting us from elsewhere. But just in case, let's reduce that resolution just a little bit. Did you save? Let's restart just in case. Just in case. So, do we have any Stride players in the chat? I do know about you, Papili. I have fought you before. In fact, that's how we were introduced. Yeah, Tetsugeki has encountered a problem. Just run the game. Funny, there's actually 2 separate anime fighter tournaments tonight. We have Serena hosting Eunice, and Chiksama is also hosting BlazBlue. Don't even have Totsugeki installed. Of course, you Alt-Tab out of the game once, and it starts looking for keyboard inputs instead of... the Twitter chat? What Twitter chat? Oh, Twitch. You must mean Twitch. Yeah, we're always simulcasting. So we're always both on YouTube and on Twitch. Of course it's not accepting the Mixbox controls. Back to the title, and I swear, get that Mixbox red. Systems are fighting me. Am I going back to indie games? You're not an idiot, Kayla. I've heard a number of malapropisms from you, so I assume you're using... It looks a lot like you're using some sort of text-to-speech, or speech-to-text. Voice recognition software, as I've seen a number of words from your sentences prior, which mix together a couple of interesting choices of words. Take a drink while we load back in. I think we'll be doing fine. It says 1920. I exited out of a number of apps I had open in the background, so now we should have a lot less of an issue with lag and rollback frames. Shouldn't have any stutters whatsoever. Indeed, everything seems to be loading much quicker, so let's do it.
Who dares to enter the mayhem? Goldlewis Dickinson.
Where's my song? There it is. Who should we practice on? Nagoriyuki, definitely. One of the hardest characters I've noticed to combo on because the heavier weight characters in this game are interestingly enough harder to combo. When in a lot of prior Guilty Gears we had more freedom to cancel, they were actually a lot easier. But this game has a lot more launchers rather than full Gatling stuff that you need to do. I'm still getting a couple of stutters.
Are you ready?
No. Not yet. Not until I know what I'm doing. Oh, that's an interesting setup. Let's turn that music up, shall we? I must have had it on low for a prior stream. $238, not nearly enough.
Stand back up. Stand back up.
Let's see if we can get the Twitter combo. And on the hardest character to do it on, too. Wonderful. I actually discovered a new one, but it requires starting with 2H. Here's an interesting one. Check this out. I'm gonna spin this stick. And whatever happens next is between you and God. You'll see that one does 270, so it's pretty comparable in damage. A lot easier to pull off, too. Now there is a different setup for it, using a jump dust. Oh, nope, we did not want an air dash out of that. Let's try that again. Too slow. It looks like we might have been bumped out of the queue. There's usually a couple of signals you can get. It'll happen whenever you fail to search for an opponent, and it might not have a lot of signals for a while. Okay, so we need to be faster with that one. Seems we're still having some trouble finding a match. Faster. And not get the throw. That's actually what's happened to me a lot more here with the Mixbox than when I was using a gamepad. I'll be trying to do jump dust, which is Goldlewis's best button and his most important one, and often end up doing a grab in the air, so what I need to focus on is just tapping for a jump. I'll do it after the stream tonight, but you can imagine last night was particularly busy. And backdashing, as always. Missed our safe jump. That's what we should be prepared for in every case. Hello? And there's the burst. Funny enough, for being allegedly one of the best characters in the game, we had an RC finisher that we could have done there. Go ahead and gun him through that, and do it again. Excellent. he has giant hitboxes, so we can deal with that.
Duel 2.
Alright, I'm feeling the pressure. This is what we came here to practice. And... ah, there's his burst. Neutral jump into dust, one of the best ways to counter Soul, as a lot of his best tools are on the ground. And I thought he'd be on the other side, but we would have been able to KO him with that. If we could have gotten one more BT in there anyway. Alright, focus up. We need to remember that optimal punish with close slash into 2H. Get me out of this corner. And he's gonna throw again. Set up a drone. He's Soul, of course he's not gonna respect anything. And I was hoping for burst. He's not respecting, he's gonna backdash. Hit him with the jump slash there. Not quite. Not your best PRC, is it? I'm patient. I can block. It can under, you can't beat close slash into 862 with a 5-frame normal. I've tested it on, you might be able to beat it with a 3-frame normal, but it frame traps, 5 frames. I've tested that one on, what's his name? Leo, a lot before. Well, as always, thank you for your attendance, Sam, and thank you very much for the raid. That was supposed to be a 6P. Just throw him mid. Alright, his mashing beats out ours. But he's Soul. Of course it does. We have 3 rollback frames. I hope my computer isn't having any trouble with this. I don't have any other applications open except for the ones I need to stream. So one of the most important things to look out for is a lot of folks will backdash a BT, so you might want to extend your dash a little bit more and keep it going. Almost. Indeed, a lot of people like to backdash him, and sadly his dash is not good enough to catch them in a lot of cases. Alright, so we should have extended our dash just a little bit longer, and then done a BT. I was trying to catch up with him to do one of the better pressure normals. Here we go. And of course he's gonna try to go for a wake-up throw. Alright. Neutral jump in, of course. So he's very backdash happy after blocking a BT. We'll use that to try to get some more pressure on him. That's not the one. And looks like his win there. So after we do pressure, we should run up a bit more and do a delayed BT to catch him. This is actually where the unbuffered BTs would be very important. If I could get that practice in. We need to be able to, say, run, and immediately do a 6-8-4. Like that. That'd be a very good thing. But we'll need to be very, very quick with our button inputs. Looks like that was a bit late. That's something we can definitely practice against strategies like that. As well, what I've taken a liking to lately is not even going for the wall break. If we get someone into the corner, it might be better just to try to keep them there. After all, a lot of Goldlewis's combos can set him up for a very good distance to catch techs if they're trying to get off the wall. Now, Chip is probably... Chip is the matchup I still can't figure out, as I usually try to react to the Alpha Blade, Gamma Blade, all that pressure, as opposed to predicting it. A lot of other characters I can get sort of around it, but Chip mostly relies on being fast, as you'd expect of a ninja. See how he plays. We'll start with some blocking. So he is one that is immediately looking to get in. There's the burst. And get him with the chip damage, since he doesn't know how to FD apparently. Start with a backdash, since we know he likes that. Luckily, I have a lot of Chip friends, so I know how to block a lot of his Rekka pressure. The lows and highs there. Really? I don't see Chip use that combo much. But then again, Chip's allowed to do anything. He has probably the most combo freedom out of any character in this game, from what I've seen. So, we get to be a bit more aggressive with our Okizeme, as he's not doing DP on Wake Up. Catch his backdash. Drone goes out. I was hoping we could get in a close slash first. And got him. That was the absolute perfect use of close slash. Look at the spacing on that. Caught him right out of the air.
What in tarnation?
Alright, so one thing we can remember. For a lot of our side switch confirms, we need to use 8-4-2 to get them behind us if they're already in the air. Oh, interesting. not enough frame traps from this guy. It looks like a lot of his pressure is just fake. Good backdash. Got him. And there he goes for the cross-up. That was supposed to be a BT glide, which is one of the most important things for us to practice. Very important new tool in his arsenal, and a good way for him to get in. Knew it. Alright, here's the neutral reset. And of course, he's going for as many backdashes as he can. It seems like he was mostly trying to go for as much distance as possible. One of the issues I have with Goldlewis is even if the opponent just keeps backdashing, he still can't catch up to them. Although I guess that's what the minigun is for. It does catch backdashes very reliably. We'll have to start using that as part of our repertoire more regularly. Get this out. Knew he was gonna do that. Stop jumping. 20 seconds. Gold burst. Really silly of me. Let's not get me punished. So much for 100 meter. Can't jump out of that one. Got it. That should be good. Go for the safe jump. He backdashed. I think we might have dodged that with the 6P. So close. Run it back. I wasn't done. He's gonna jump, he's gonna go for the dive, get himself out of the corner. Ooh, gotcha. Wake up super. Alright. Oh, with just the right timing, we could have won him there. And there we go. So that's another thing we need to practice, is 268 as a meaty, especially for someone who keeps respecting our Okizeme so much. With the right timing, that move is plus 12. But I think more important is the universal safe jump. And in fact, we actually can practice that on Chip. Let's go ahead and modify our training settings here. Counterattack, that's where it is. After recovery. Jump. DP. Or throw. We want to be able to beat all of these options reliably. So if we get a counter hit or a regular hit or get it blocked, we're good. This is the sole bad guy we just fought. Very well, let's continue. After this match, I think I'll go ahead and give that a lab, Papili. I'll see if a 3-frame 5K from Soul beats out Behemoth Typhoon shenanigans. Oh, wrong one. And punish. And that was supposed to be another 684, but you'll see I'm getting a lot of 5Hs when I don't want to. Continuing to mash buttons, I see, Soul. Same as usual. Got him out of the backdash. Excellent clash there. And goodbye. So you'll see we didn't go for the wall break there. What we should have immediately done is backdash or set up a drone. Once we get someone close to the corner, we can generally win from there. We don't really need the investment in meter unless it's against another character that has generally as poor neutral as us. Aggressive burst use. Wake up super, we should be blocking. Burst bait was good, but the timing was not correct. Good whiff, or a good punish on that whiff. What we need to do a lot more often is just the flying Goldlewis maneuver. That's how we'll be able to catch a lot of people running away from us, including the backdashes.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah, he blocked that. And there's the DP. Alright.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
You'll see we delayed our attack to catch his backdash, which we did successfully. But, again, we did not block after a safe jump, which is the entire reason we're doing it. Welcome to the corner. No, that was supposed to be a blue dash. Nope, I am very plus. Don't try to mash after that, thank you.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Nice, he waited on the burst until it was a point that I couldn't punish it. Rollback thought we won, so it cut out the music.
Yes, hello? Pizza? I didn't order any pizza. Well, it's just about...
Move that microphone a bit lower, that was obscuring the bottom part of my screen. I think we can beat most of his round start options with 6P, since he's usually doing a lot of jumping or close slash, as he did at the start here. You just side switched me, so I'm gonna gold burst. We'll go ahead and take that wall break as he is very close to expiring. And again, after the reset we have blue burst pressure, or blue RC pressure. Nope, we will not have jumping here, thank you. I got him. So the reason why we were not wall breaking him, you'll see that he immediately tried to air attack every single time. Far away. We caught him with the jump slash the second time around, so if we do that, we can keep an opponent in the corner for basically the rest of the match after we start getting them in. Excellent setup there. I'm gonna have to clip that one. I wonder if there's a way we can set them to randomly tech. What you might generally want to do is still try to be back here, because even at this range, Goldlewis can be very scary. He's about half screen here with the opponent in the corner, and you can still touch them with the BT. Or even from 3/4 of the screen away. One move I do not see used nearly enough by Goldlewis players is 426 as something other than a combo tool. It is plus 12 if it is blocked, and while it does push you away, as long as your opponent is in the corner, it's a little difficult for them to escape with all the space that Goldlewis takes up with his hitboxes. So if we keep getting them here, we can try enough offensive pressure and intimidation to keep them from leaving. Ah, Anji, I miss him. He was the character that I played before Goldlewis.
Mankind knew that they cannot
I miss him. I've actually tried labbing a couple of his things on the Mixbox, but I do not yet intuitively understand all the Guilty Gear buttons. In a lot of my other games, say with 3 or only 4 buttons, I'm able to use very similar button layouts. Not so much in Guilty Gear. Luckily, as this guy used to be my old name, I know a lot about this matchup and about his character's specific weaknesses. We will generally want to use our burst aggressively, say if we can get them into the corner. That sets up a wall break. Ah, nice setup. And there's my classic. Setting up the butterfly into a charged dust. Wonderful match, Anji. So we know that he does a lot of dodges in neutral, so we'll just need to try to exploit that spin as much as possible. Ooh, nice gold burst. We'll take that damage, as he's very close to dying anyway. Excellent co. We'll have plenty of meter though, so we should be able to win neutrals here. Or not. They'll just spin through the drone. Okay. Noted for future reference. When the drone comes out, do not try to anti-air after him, but he will spin, and we can at least try to set up a 268, which he will be forced to block.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah, nice beat there. I thought he would have been going for his own grab there. I missed this. I missed the pressure he could do. That should have been a BT. And there we go. No. I don't think so. There will be no button mashing in my classroom. Set up drone. So he knows to tech high. Ooh, we might have been able to punish that with a properly timed 624. Give me that meter, babe. I want it.
Yes, hello?
See, Goldlewis is the only character in the game that can use your opponent's resources.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Go ahead and get that out there. Excellent 6P from him. I wonder if that sets up Fuzzy. We should be able to block that one. Exactly, Papili. Goldlewis wants his meter. You better give it to him. That should have given us enough time to hopefully deal with that. Drone goes out. And he spins through it once again, which we will catch. It really looks like he's been conditioned to just spin through that every time. So close. I wonder if we used meter for a super cancel, if we would have actually been able to KO him from there. I don't know how the damage attenuation goes in this game for supers, so we might have been able to finish him off if we did our standard punish. Or, hold on. What would be the case there? We might have been able to finish him off with some maneuver like that, as opposed to going for the second Roman cancel after the remainder of our first combo. I wear that celestial badge proudly and await the day I can finally get back in there on stream.
Let's rock.
Oh, look at the range on that. Don't jump. I said don't jump. The day you get VIP is the day you stop playing ranked. You know, I don't care too much about the tower anymore. Maybe we should hit up the park. It would be a good way for us to practice more, specific matchups. Not so fast. Drone goes out, and we will occupy as much airspace as we can. Now that was suboptimal with the 842 after the close slash. We really need to practice the
Well, it's just about
close slash to H punish combo. Aww. Maybe we should just hit up the park. That might be a better way to encounter folks. Learning pad. That's what I did with Goldlewis previously, and I think it's actually very intuitive and capable for him. The Mixbox stuff is actually very unintuitive with him, but look at how clean these inputs are. Alright. We have her set to do a lot of wake-up attacks. But look at that. No diagonals. And eventually, we'll be able to reliably do unbuffered 6-8-4s. Okay, maybe she should stop doing wake up super. What is that? Hold on, my cat needs some attention. You know what? Let's actually head into a park and see what happens. We can find a match there.
network.
I will let my cat out of the room as he is currently being obnoxious, though. So, Papili, are you referring to the text of when it says a reversal? Yeah, that would be my first guess. If they have any specific indication, I imagine it would make the difference between something invincible. Oh, right. We were in the wrong spot. Select region. It's probably a good indicator for invincible reversals, in which case I'd hope that's written in a tutorial somewhere. What fighting games don't need is more obscure indicators. There we go. Wow, so few people online tonight. At least not on West Coast. Let's head here into number 3. Maybe we can find some other streamers in here. After all, that's what these first few rooms are generally for. I think standby in training mode is supposed to set us up with a match if there's anyone sitting idle, right? We can't get out of this menu once we're already at the character select. There we... Such a problematic loading screen. Luckily, it doesn't take that long. Step 1, rock. And step 2, oh no. Well, good luck, Happy Chaos. Well, thank you again for your attendance, Pepili. I will try to stream on a lot of later weekend nights, and that way I can maybe catch you. And maybe a number of the other people playing fighting games at this time. I generally always stream roughly at the same hours just for consistency, but I'm going to try to look for new time slots. Do let me know if there are other evenings in which you're generally more available.
Show me yours.
What's that? You want to know what's in this coffee?
This is the sickest character in the game. I'm...
Versus Chaos.
Internship starts next week and it's gonna be 9-5 all weekdays. Well, our schedule should not be very different then. Not bad for a start. That was supposed to be BT. Okay, so lots of air dashes from him. I'm surprised this guy's listed as 4-4. He's at least feeling like maybe a... He's fighting like a floor 8 player who just picked up Happy Chaos. Drone? Stop going for the wrist fades. He doesn't seem too eager to be doing it.
Good. 51 seconds.
Looks like it's going to be a lot of neutral in here. Okay, I can definitely see the lower resolution when I look at the text. We also don't seem to be having any more problems with the frame rate, so maybe it was just a fluke. My gun's bigger. That should have been a drone. We can't relax ourselves too much. My inputs are going to get lazy, and we are here to practice said inputs. Hopefully soon we have another Guilty Gear Strive tournament.
Pizza? I didn't order any pizza. Well, it's just about mealtime anyway.
Ah, I'm always willing to go again.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Ah, yes, the new Happy Chaos routine. But what are you gonna do with that lack of bullets now? Button mashing? Alright. Of course. Occasionally those button presses are audible on the mic. Or I could turn off the noise cancelling completely if you guys want to keep hearing it. So, we have ourselves a certified button masher. We need to do a lot more close slash into 862. Like so.
Mr. President,
Basically, we can just loop that over and over.
wrong number.
Patience is one of the most important skills, especially against Goldlewis. His pressure is not scary whatsoever as long as you FD his nonsense.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Get ourselves some plus 12. And still not enough. Drone, and catch him trying to hit buttons on wake up. Luckily, a 684 usually sets up the perfect amount of timing for you to get out a drone, and then a BT to catch anyone trying to jump away. Like so. Ooh, nice combo there. the 2S into the 268. I'm not going to sandbag unless I'm specifically requested to. But I'm down for a few more matches. Bella's trying to learn. Understood. Well, thank you for your time, Happy Chaos. Allegedly, this is actually even a worse matchup than Axel Lowe versus Goldlewis. Wow, he takes so much damage. Ah, hello there. This is surprisingly a winning matchup for Goldlewis. He basically only needs to 2-touch Milia, and Milia needs to win about 5 or 6 interactions. What we need to look out for is if there's someone who plays neutral more cautiously, or if they're just extremely aggressive, because actually Milia's pressure versus Goldlewis is not that scary given how much health he has. Ah, darn. Not close enough. And she might be dead. She's very dead. That's how Goldlewis wins this matchup, because he really only needs to get one good hit and he'll win. I know you don't like Milia either, Kayla. Luckily, one of my least favorite characters in the game is a winning matchup for me. Nice punish. And you see, with even all that combo, she can only take off about a quarter of her health. Burst comes out. 6 Ps on the way back in, so she does catch our attempt to mash out of pressure. A little difficult to track her on the way back down. We might have been able to try for a 268 as an anti-air. The thing about Milia, though, is she will jump way over a lot of our pressure. Not caught by the gold burst. Let's begin. "6P would have caught her a lot earlier. Nice sweep. Alright, not that bad.
You really weren't that bad, I guess.
So, a little bit more focused and we should be able to win this one. All that work for a drop of blood. Here comes the schmicks. Almost. Alright, we'll need... what will we need? Better neutral. We just need to win these interactions. Okay, so she's just gonna jump over us. Now we'll need to do 6-8-4 in the air whenever we see her jumping around like an idiot. I tried to have the super come out. Really? Ooh, still not quite. And goodbye. Alright, so we know she's going to jump a lot in neutral here. We'll need to do a lot more flying behemoth typhoons. We'll go ahead and take that extra damage as he basically has no health, and we'll win pretty much guaranteed from here. He said as he proceeded to get counter hit. Blue RC is incredibly good for Goldlewis, as his poor neutral means that anytime that you have a good chance to exploit a win in neutral, you'll be able to win from there reliably. Ooh, gotcha. Ooh, almost. However, we basically have no meter to win off of any of our conversions since we've been trying to FD her so much. Wall break happens. Ah, good 6p. Nice block. Good. Good for hitting my, for me hitting buttons there. Maybe I shouldn't focus on talking while I'm getting pummeled. Fun matchup, though. It might look horrible to you, Kayla, but this is actually not nearly that bad among most of my matchups I have to deal with. Let's not deal with that. See if we get her. Nah, not quite, but that does at least give us a little bit of spacing so we don't have to deal with the mix-up. Unfortunately, we're still being attacked. Nice slip through. So it seems she's mostly focused on doing her longest strings possible. In that case... Hold on. Alright, so in that case, a lot more FD will be important to us. We're also generally not going to worry about resets, but once she gets out at distance, we'll need to use probably a bit of a slower BT. Catch any backdash attempts from her. Kind of a wasted meter.
Sorry, it's over. Well,
Is it just me, or do Melia players give the energy off that they're just always angry all the time? Okay, good 6p. We should have done a 2D there for Wake Up, but that would have definitely pushed us away a lot. This is actually a matchup in which an unbuffered 6-8-4 is incredibly important to us.
sorry.
Ooh, nice throw. Can she get the KO? Yeah, she gets the KO off of it. Alright, so she is jumping around our heads quite often. This is where we actually have to use an unbuffered 6-8-4, hopefully to get her back onto the ground. Although whipping it is extremely dangerous as it has a lot of recovery, as you can see. So it's mostly our anti-airs that we're having trouble dealing with her. We might try to go for more super jumps into P. Again, mistimed 6p. We should be focusing on jumping a lot more rather than catching her on the way back down. So close. Alright. Nice matchup practice. We'll definitely need to figure out a lot more about what we do to more evasive opponents, as that is the reason why we lose to Votem, who's that really good chip that we fight often. We have trouble with a lot of our whiffed normals in neutral. And so generally what you see is we lose a lot of people who play cautiously and wait for us to whip a move. As well, given the fact that Goldlewis can't really chase down people who keep backdashing against him, that's one of the biggest issues we have. Right, I forget. The instant overhead setup. Noted. She was too far away for a far slash. I wonder what attack could have hit her there. The biggest issue is getting back in, because the instant her block strings end, she runs away. Alright, posture check, focus up.
You should pay more attention.
And think. We'll need to do just generally a lot more like micro dashes into 684. Really. Not quite enough to hit her. Ah, interesting side swap there. I wonder if that was intentional. That might be a combo extension. And KO'd. So what we need to do is a Behemoth Typhoon off of our aerial confirms. The jump slashes are good, but there are moves we can follow them up with. Other BTs and try to secure a good knockdown. Remember, this is allegedly a winning matchup for us. Drone goes out, catch the jump. So we need a lot more jumping BTs. That's really what we need to do every time we see her in the air. And since it's a little difficult to react to that, we generally have to go all in on the prediction.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
And again, beaten by 6p pretty easily. And she'll get the wall break off of this.
Making a strategic.
And chip damage. Maybe... No. If she backdashes... Okay, there we go. Hold on. We better not lose this one after winning it like that. Give me those resources, please. Thank you very much.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
So one thing we can definitely try to do is follow up our 2Ps with a 2K. I was trying to think of a sentence that entire time, hence the very, very dumb burst. And let's see if this works.
Die here.
Alright, we took actually another setup of her. What we did most importantly differently was, well, one, we got that very lucky throw at the beginning there,
Duel 1.
but we need to play the air game versus her a bit better. And again, wrong move. We should not be using 5H as a meaty versus Milia. We want to be able to stick as close to her as possible while keeping advantage. Missing my RCs, I see. We'll also note that she's usually doing a lot of air dashes after a double jump or something similar along those lines. So we'll need to delay our anti-airs versus her. Stop jumping. Jump slash. We have adjusted our tactics a bit. Ooh, nice one. And we'll get the full combo. That should have been a 4-2-6. So it seems every time that she has the multi-hit attack, she immediately tries to jump away or backdash. In that case, we might try to set up a drone just to control neutral a little bit.
You should pay more attention.
We could try using the minigun, but that is going to get punished by jumping maneuvers, especially since she has 2 air dashes. I'll go ahead and do another couple, and then we'll see who else we can fight.
Got you.
Again, the issue we're usually having with people is if they play defensively against us. That's really how you beat Goldlewis, is you have to play just outside of his BT range. Again, we need to delay our anti-airs. See if we got her. Perfect. Catch her trying to jump. Alright, for once she didn't end it in an unsafe special. There's the burst. And there we go. Perfect gold burst, set her in the corner, get us a lot of meter, and be able to do so many mix-ups off of that one. I will do one more. Very good games here, though. We need to practice this matchup. If we didn't jump off the ground there, we probably would have won that interaction. I guess enough button mashing when we're in that situation, as a lot of those times they're doing a lot of frame traps, especially since melee players are allowed to get with button mashing. Correction, Avid author. MGR has Guilty Gear vibes. And here we go. Or, you know, completely miss my punish. Which actually came first, Guilty Gear or Metal Gear? Yeah, MGR vibes is definitely correct though. Welcome, Avid Author, by the way. I was waiting for a wake-up winger all night, but instead we get it for a wall break. And she'll get the KO off of that one. Very good though, Milia. Thank you for your time. I have a lot of experience in this matchup now.
Milia wins. First match.
Very good set of matches there. Let's see. I think this should set us into the right spot. I'd like to check for another couple of matches. Oh, 1987, okay. Well, I guess maybe Guilty Gear has Metal Gear Rising vibes, but then again, I don't think Guilty Gear was doing a lot of that specific, or Metal Gear was doing that specific music until Metal Gear Rising. A lot of the other music is a departure from that game's style. But yes, it is very MGR. Very much so.
Are you ready?
Well, let's see if we can get a good match in here.
Mankind. Duel 1.
Ah, that's an old song. Let's get this started. And there we go. I think in general we're not gonna go for the wall break as much. We'll try to see if we can get some good setups and read our opponent and keep them in the corner. After all, that's the alleged intention of the mechanic. You're supposed to be rewarded for setting to neutral with an advantage. But we just outright win the game if we keep our opponent cornered. How would you like to eat shit? Funny.
Please don't move.
Darn, so close.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Ooh, nice cross up there. And we'll resume our pressure. Looks like you don't know what's plus. Darn, I was hoping we could have gotten a wall break off that. That would have actually been enough damage to KO her.
Don't move.
Wrong move completely. Very good burst green.
I'm throwing you. Oh, you're done.
And we lose because we didn't do the proper wall combo on the end there. Do take note. Always practice, and play as often as possible.
This isn't Iguazu, you know?
Really? Really? Were you waiting on someone then? I don't like that name, but that is definitely an Eno player's name. You know what? Let's go ahead and see if we can hit the ladder again. That's really where we want to have the most pressure applied to us. Get ourselves practice for tourney.
Network.
Yes, it is a very, very, very cursed name. Hopefully, we'll be able to land ourselves in the Celestial Challenge, but this is where the most tryhards will be. Sadly, there needs to be a few more floors spread out as we get a really, really big variety of different players at different skill levels in floor 10. A lot of them are still pushovers here.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready?
Perfect. Well, hello, Dr. Duke. A fellow doctor, then? Playing Goldlewis, obviously someone with a college degree and very intelligent, to be making the proper choice of character. He seems a little reluctant to fight us. Maybe he's AFK. Alright, since he has not immediately tried to refight us, let's go ahead and skip out on that one. There are some folk who see that I'm a VTuber and immediately try to look up the stream. I have had that happen before.
You got strong bones. Are you ready?
A different Goldlewis. I think stream sniping is generally fine on a fighting game like this. The pacing is far too quick for that to be an issue. Thoughts on the color yellow? It's a very wonderful color, but only when it's used in the very right spots. Excellent use of close slash there. Looks like we got someone who knows what they're doing. I'll take the burst. I'm quicker on the draw, it looks like. Welcome, Ando, by the way. Yeah, in fact, I'd actually welcome stream snipers, essentially. Hopefully they're folks looking for a match. Give me back that advantage. Nice cross-up. Ah, so close. We want to try to push him away and not get robbed if possible. And I thought I FD'd that. Ah, we're out of meter. We probably wouldn't have been able to do that. Nice jab. This is something we really need to practice, as the VTuber who knocked me out of my first win last time was also a Goldlewis player. Ah, excellent mix-up. I tried. And he just did an unbuffered 684 out of a run. So that's exactly what we're trying to build up to.
Duel 1.
The call of the Goldlewis. Perfect. So, excellent spin there. I don't think we'll hit him from here. That would have been otherwise quite hilarious. So this is the matchup we're really needing to learn here. And dropping our combos. Really, the only thing we're needing to work on is not strategy so much as execution. And set up a drone. Really? He had enough time to do that. Alright, that's enough 5H into a drone setup whenever we get a knockdown like that. He got a whiff, let's see if we can get him off of us. And his jump happened first. Why aren't you blocking? Ah, perfect block. Okay, we lose this round then. I really love this matchup. This is definitely one of the most wild ones to watch. We need as much practice with this as we can possibly muster. I'm going to jump backwards. And we should have been plus there, but we did not hit a button quickly enough. Excellent 5H. And that is just what we were looking to catch, the gold burst. So just be a bit more cautious on our Oki. And we both tried to do the exact same thing. He was just slightly faster. Again, he's plus. We'll need to pay more attention to that. So the error we made there was that we hit with the BT before the last hit of the drone. That actually stopped his guard crush and made it to where he was able to counterattack. Ooh, got him. So close. I'm trying to play a little bit cautiously around the fact that he has meter. Nope, no running in just yet. I'm gonna do another BT.
Yes, hello? I didn't order any.
Alright, looks like a relative. Oh, I would have wanted another one there. I forgot, we're in the ladder, not in the park. one thing we really need to practice is the grab combo. That's one thing we dropped earlier. Hi G, how you doing? Unfortunately, Alfonso, I do not speak... Ah, is that you, Ajoy? Probably Ajoy. Sorry, friend, I do not speak Spanish. Or that might... No, that's Spanish. Although I'm not familiar enough with Portuguese to know if that's actually Portuguese there instead. Not sure. Well, welcome, Ajoy. Still feeling a little ill, unfortunately. I guess that's just gonna be the winter weather for me. Still searching for an opponent. Okay. So what can we practice here? Right. That doesn't even reach far enough, which is why we normally do 6-8-4. We can probably do a 4-2-6. Let's try that. That'll generally be more reliable. After all, we're not yet perfect on our 6-8-4s. What we do need to practice is doing that off of a run. And make sure we never get a jump. How you doing, Ajoy? Having a lovely... presumably a Saturday morning, I would hope. So another thing we would need to practice is getting the fast RCs into our combo tools, especially BTs. Although I think most of what we're trying to do would be, say... something like that. I can't remember what else we use the fast RCs for other than 5H setups. We might be able to use them for, say, cheeky Behemoth Typhoon setups. Like... well, not fast enough. Ramlethal, one of the most important matchups for us to practice, as it's just very, very hard for Goldlewis. Saturday morning, just woke up from a dream where you and several people were possessed by demons. Maybe you watched the wrong VTubers. I know there's lots of demon VTubers out there. Okay, so walk back at round start. Seems someone doesn't know how to not push buttons. So she walked back at round start. Let's try. Also, her anti-air still needs some work. We missed our BT. Anything to get that sword back, huh? Focus. There was a poll earlier on Twitter of someone asking about, hey, what are the characters you hate dealing with the most? And I think I found my answer. Even Axel isn't this bad. We had the perfect whiff set up.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Excellent air to air.
I'm sorry. Not permitted.
We should have punished with a 5k into a burst bait. That would have been a lot better. $6p would not have won that trade. Alright, assess the situation. Really, our problem there was our failing execution. So we didn't get the knockdowns we wanted.
This meant something.
We missed a BT on Wake Up, which would have made us very plus for one of those interactions. I wish I had an easy win button in neutral. Caught us on the back dash we did not want.
Let's begin.
Ah, was hoping we could get the minigun there.
Duel 2. Let's rock.
Really? I don't know what Leviathan's doing right now. She's not usually here for Guilty Gear streams. She doesn't care much for fighting games. I'll handle the bot after this match.
Don't look away.
And we missed. Again, failing execution. Drone goes out, and... Alright, get rid of this bot. So, our biggest issue is missing a lot of
This
execution.
meant something.
So, we really just need to play this more often.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Don't look away.
Get a better feel of where all of our buttons are.
Mortal Kombat.
And we've lost this one. Didn't even notice the bot was already gone. It actually doesn't update when they vanish in my application here. Mashing on plus, and I can't even punish her. Ah, that should have got her. And again, Leviathan, if you ever wanted to play this game, Ramlethal is the single most brain-dead character. You can mash buttons with her all day and win. Got her. First. Well, a nice shot of Ramlethal getting hit by the hammer there.
How do they always run away so fast? Earth Max.
Cat is harassing me at the door. Let me fix that one moment. Welcome, Leviathan, though. I don't think I've given you a formal welcome to the stream. What a little rascal he is. Indeed, he's actually, spoken on stream a couple of times. For the big celebration, I believe he was actually purring into the mic for a little bit. What are you? What? You little rascal? I think he wants food. Let me double check on that for him real quick. Or not. We have a match.
We've got a newcomer. Are you ready?
Nope. I am not fighting Axel tonight. I will be leaving him out of the door so he does not continue to harass me. Yeah, he actually is here every single stream. He's being a little, scrunko, of all things. Still gotta focus on that 360. Well, looks like all the Goldlewises are coming out of the woodwork tonight. Welcome to all of them. Hit the table? Sure. Trying to go for a posture check. Rock and roll. Let's go.
Man. Duel 1.
I'm going to block, as that's generally the best assessment versus a Goldlewis in the mirror. Trying to see what they do habitually. Nope, that should have been unbuffered. Aggressive burst. And a late burst from him. Admirable. This is where I should have been a lot more cautious. Ooh, you missed. Oh, quicker on the draw. And that should have been unbuffered. Nearly. Welcome. I have not yet played Hades, and that is actually on my list of games that I really wanted to stream, as obviously, action roguelike, just like Dead Cells that we've been doing. In fact, I originally made my plans to debut with that game, hoping that I could have gotten my VTuber model a lot earlier. Now this is what I play this game for. Drone goes out. Excellent jump slash. Give me that chip damage, babe. And that, again, failed execution. We should have been able to copter our way over to him like that. I see he missed his BT, it looks like. Got him. Nope, the entire reason we're using the stream, actually, as you can see, since you're on YouTube side, Siphon, we are using a Mixbox, which is a fight stick, but instead of a joystick. Really, how was his faster than mine? I did the exact same thing at round start. Oh, excellent jump punish. Do we land? I don't think we do. Excellent butter churn from him. I can't do that reliably on the Mixbox. Not yet. Again, same brain cell. Nice mix-up. Get him with some chip at a distance there. And that was supposed to be a BT. We're probably too far to be punished. Or not. What's your invitation there, Kayla? Are you wanting Leviathan to pick up Guilty Gear just to play? In fact, playing for a single player is to be expected. Playing for a single character. That's what most fighting game professionals do. Ooh, nice. Ooh, got him. You're not professional, but I'm saying it's to be expected for fighting game players. only playing for one character. Oh, that catches backdashes. I can't tell which one is which because there's a lot of matches in which I use the default colors. At least offline, so I'm having a bit of trouble remembering, hey, I'm the one in the white outfit. Same brain cell. Seems this fellow's also practicing his execution. I am blocking. Not quite. Right, that's a frame trap. And I get that with everyone, so I should know that more than anyone else. That's generally my favorite frame trap to use on stream. So... just make a note for next time it happens to us. He won all 3 of those, I believe. Wonderfully done, Goldlewis. Yeah, you see that execution there. Oh no, I tend to have a character crisis very early on, but usually after I've stuck with a character, I tend to stick with them. I don't really get bored of anyone. I might still be coughing a lot as... I don't know, I'm not quite sick, but there's still a lot of issues going on in my throat, so... Well, it's been a long time since we fought a Jacko, so this is going to be interesting. Who's playing on a potato, apparently? Ah, so close. Alright, listen up. Did you know she can do that, by the way? During certain wind poses, she'll actually take off her mask and you can make it to where she keeps it off. Seems she knows what she's doing. And again, wrong button. There's a lot of stuff I have to get used to in this game. Really? I thought he already hit the ground.
Thank you, everyone. Whoa, what the?
Alright, relax. I'm getting myself a bit too tensed up. So I'll lean back in the chair. It's one of her best normals. Of course she's gonna do it. And missed, which is why we need to focus on a lot more 684. And use the minigun a lot less. Interesting, that's safe. Trying to hold off the mask so you just get them. Hold down the button so you get the mask off. And again, execution is our issue. Alright, gotta remember where our buttons are. 6P. Could have ended it right there if we had the right execution. And the blind spot in that BT ruins us yet again. Drone goes out. And again, if we did the right BT with the right timing, we would have been able to hit her out of that. Which is just something we have to practice.
We did it!
Duel 1. Let's rock.
That's still the weirdest 6P in the game. She's just a Pokemon. She just said her name as she went up. I think we have enough time to jump. Ah, no. We got her anyway. Let's try to go for a cheeky 6-8 4-round start. And we set to neutral, we'll get the blue RC. Or, you know, miss the execution on it. We will not be bursting, this match is already, or this round is already lost.
Duel 3. Let's rock.
Drone goes out, jump slash her way of trying to get back in, and again, forgetting all our buttons. I'm glad no one plays this character anymore. Alright, take a break. So, execution, really. I need to be able to remain calm throughout the entirety of a match. As you see, we're missing a lot of really important attack windows and hitting a lot of the wrong buttons. Right there, that should have been a BT. And really the only way we get over that is with practice. So I might start playing this game a lot more off-stream. And maybe even stream it more. Probably going to do unannounced streams if we're picking up a lot more Guilty Gear.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So
Yeah, sure.
1. Let's rock.
6P, okay. Get her through all that. That'll at least get rid of the servants and give us a bit of time to get back in. Luckily, I have the health to block most of that chip damage, but you can see it's basically just a 20-second long block stream. Should have been able to chain into that BT proper. And there we go. Gladly she didn't burst. She probably could have robbed that from us if she did. Nice block. Nah, I don't really have any more specific assessments anymore, other than the fact that we literally just need to make sure we hit our execution. Which, again, missed it. And that should have been a BT. No matter. Ooh, nice one. And safe jump is beaten. Give me that though. So the safe jump there was beaten by backdash. We need to prepare by doing a 5K whenever that situation pops up. And again, missed our BT. Alright, nice frame trap there. Running again, 6P. That is why we practice our Twitter combo, because we need to be able to land it. She attacked, so this is landed.
Yes, hello?
That's one of the reasons why fighting games are so interesting. You have an idea that allegedly there is perfect play, but no one is capable of perfect play. And again, I'm now remembering Jacko's 6H being an incredible weapon against Goldlewis. made a mistake. Almost. And again, got the wrong BT. So yeah, just practice. That is still just the weirdest 6P. Really? Then again, JD's hitbox is great because it covers so much space, but it's actually got a larger hitbox than the hitbox does. Wake up minigun, good enough for us. And now we can approach. Ooh, just barely. So close. So, wrong buttons. In other words, you know, I think we can go for another 30 minutes or so, but I am definitely starting to get tired. But it's Friday night, always a great time to party. I wonder if there's actually a jump combo that works better. Do 85 versus $293, so that's not better in any capacity. That's an idea to try. If you set the drone up like that, then we're generally given a lot of very good ways to follow up on them in the corner. That also basically beats out reversals, so that might be our new strategy. See if we can incorporate that into what was otherwise the Twitter combo. Okay. But we want to be... Training settings, let's say... I don't think we have a tech off of wall option there. But we did set up a drone, and possibly with the right spacing, we can make a perfect setup that leaves us the perfect distance away to catch a forward tech. If they go into the air, then we can catch them on the way down, and if they tech in place, then they'll be pressured by the drone. Okay, fine. Alright, Nago. Another matchup we need to practice. And one I was generally looking forward to doing all night. I'm surprised this is the first one we found. Again, a losing matchup for Goldlewis, but one we can handle intelligently. And it's gotten a lot better since they buffed our boy. Loosen up. This is what's going to happen. We'll need to do that at the beginning of the battle, basically. Wanted to make sure I stay in that corner, huh? Alright, think. We're just gonna have to relearn this matchup completely because it's mostly based on when he can time buttons in the middle of his pressure. Okay, so he's gonna do that after every 2H, basically. Drone goes out, get up another OP. Continue. 6P doesn't even beat his 5k at the start, which is supposed to be a mid-poke. Almost. If we did 6-2-4, we could have gotten him there. Low, high. Again, he has the clone. Okay, we'll need to be faster on our jumps and probably just guard on our approach. That way we can get the 2 H's that he tries to throw at us. I also don't think the blood clone has a hitbox, so... we can probably chip him out. He seems to be backdash happy. Really? Okay, so he chipped us out, and the biggest thing that we made a mistake there was we should have just minigunned him when he popped. So that's why using PRC out of minigun is very important for us. I backdashed that, but very well. Alright, I do believe that's our full set there. Let's go for one more opponent, and I think we can call it a night. I'm definitely slowing down a lot. Try that. Funny that we keep getting the far slash at the end there. We're wanting to generally make sure that we get, as often as possible, the close slash from that.
Mankind knew that they cannot change the...
Alright, last match, here we go. That is such a weird 6P. Still, after all this time. There. That's one of the important things I've learned from watching a couple of Goldlewis streamers. So, right there, the 842 will actually launch them behind you. And that should be game. Alright, so not much pressure. He's being a little bit risky with his offense, but overall not too much of a problem. DP, of course. We had the block, and again, Goldlewis's very bizarre close slash just ruined things for us. I can't count how many times I've had that happen. powers be like? No, I don't think so. +3 on that jab, which is why you see me use it so much. Creates a very nice frame trap into S. I think he's blocking. Ah, I'm definitely having some back issues tonight.
That was a fine bout.
Might need another posture check, perhaps.
Duel 1. Let's rock. MMA!
Vapor thrust! An opening!
Really?
Give me no choice! An opening! Behold my true strength!
Yeah, I was definitely having better execution at the beginning of the stream. Now we're having a little bit of trouble with it. And wall break. Reset. Kai is the most honest character in the game, remember that. Yeah, Xander's getting a little salty. Just because I can feel my button presses not working as well as they should. Missed the safe jump. Alright, I think that's the third round.
That was a fine bout.
Indeed. Well, it's very, very fun getting back into the game, but it looks like I'm going to have to relearn all of my execution. The good news with that is it means I get to play with the Mixbox a lot more on average, and even if we are starting from zero from basically 6 months ago, back in July when this character released, well, it's just all the more reason to spend time with Strive. We will also be picking up a lot more BlazBlue content on this channel as that game has had a resurgence. In fact, I might even end up enjoying that game more until we get rollback netcode in Xrd. But we'll see what other games we have in store for us. Melty Blood just had an update, but I'm not sure that they fixed a lot of the system mechanics. So that game still needs some work. Tomorrow, I want to stream tomorrow. Don't know what. I'll talk with a few friends and see what we can get going. But class is dismissed for now. Thank you all for your attendance. Maybe that would be better in the other direction, just... Thank you all for your attendance. Class is dismissed. I don't particularly recite my intros or outros. Just try to keep talking as much as possible. Next week... Definitely looking like a lot of the same. Inscription, Dead Cells, so on and so forth. Maybe not Noida, but maybe we'll also pick back up Terraria. Likely to be streamed tomorrow, so I'll give another recital there. Hope to see you then. Funny, I look angry every time I look off to the side here. But yeah, I'm just looking away, so I guess that's why the face tracking messes up so much. Maybe I should just lean back a lot more. Relax.